Hey y'all, I am up and while I should be in bed, I'm doing AI stuff. So I thought I'd just share with you all very briefly this time about here I am to my end AI boot camp, and I saw this thing about the future of jobs report, and I created really quickly a little notebook. So I just wanted to show what that looks like. So this is where I found the Instagram, and here's just a post, where they're talking about the report, right? So I see this, and I'm like, okay, that's crazy. I screenshot some of those images, and I just used my phone, the little AI in the phone, to just like pull up the report. So I dropped this link in there for you guys in the WhatsApp. And then I was already on my computer, so I came here to my computer and I searched for a future of jobs report on the World Economic Forum, the very same thing I was talking about in the video. Like, oh yay! So I found it, downloaded the PDF right there. Boopity boppity. I've got the report right here, like just sitting right here. Okay, great. But this is a 290 page, 300 page document. Like we need to read it, but let's live in today, in this moment. So I went into Notebook. I just opened up here to NotebookLM at Google.com. I'm signed in on my Google account. I created a new one. Click Create New. Looks like this when it pops up. Okay, this is a blank one. We're gonna go back to the one I already made though. So I just took the Future of Jobs report and I dropped it right there. I just literally picked it up and just dropped it in. And then I took the link to the website of the Future of Jobs report. And I clicked it at this link there as well. And just like that, it's done. Then it gave me this little, okay, this is about the Future of Jobs report and the impact of blah, 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 blah. And then on this cool part is here, right over here, where you say studio, and I asked it to make for me a podcast.
Today we're tackling World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs Report 2025.
Oh yeah, it's
a bit of a beast, this report.
It is.
But full of insights from, over 1,000 employers representing millions of workers. So think of this as your cheat sheet to the future job market.
Yeah, and it really gets into the nitty gritty of what's shaping.
So this is audio that this created for me, and the cool part is I can do things like, hang on, y'all. Ask it questions. So, what is the future of engineer? What's the future of food service workers in 2030? I don't know. So now I can ask this thing questions about what was in this 300-page document. And look, boop, blah, 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 boppity, boppity. And then it even like cites the source. Obviously, the source is going to be the first one because this is the only source. But bam. Combination and indigo transformation, rise huge cost of living, focus on labor issues, digitalization, to continue to rely on humans to deliver 40% total tasks, 59% hiring challenges to worsen. Wow. And then it gives you even gives me the advice of what to do. So this is something that's great for us. We can make, we could just literally, like, for us to learn about this. So I use Notebook mostly for learning. Because, like, I'm going to, what this helps me do is I can listen to this little 32-minute podcast while I read the notebook. So what I would do, what I have done when I'm doing this is on my big old massive screens, I will make this a little smaller, and I'll just watch it. I'll be like this, and the big thick text hard to read document is here, while I have on this side the notebook, right, where it's playing the podcast, about it while I'm over here reading it. Right? So I'm getting that. And then I can ask it questions. So whenever I have words and phrases that pop up inside of this and I don't know what the hell's going on, I can ask a question. And then I get immediate answers based upon what's in this text from somebody else. And then you can actually get into interactive mode here where you can ask it questions while it talks and responds to you in real time. Okay, so this is how we use NotebookLM. This is how we educate ourselves. When these big fancy groups are dropping 300-page documents on us just like that, but it's the future of like our lives and we need to read it. Like it's easy, I don't know about you, but it's easier for me to read something while I'm listening to someone talk to me about it in plain English, and I can ask questions to someone else who's like the expert on this. Right? Because this is like the little mini expert. This isn't like an expert on the labor market, but it's an expert on this report. And all I need right now is expertise on this report. I don't need expertise on a topic because expertise on the topic is in the report. I just need a little help getting through 300 pages of this report. Right? Because I'll make myself read it, and I have. This is how I used to do this differently when I was in college. Anyways, back in the olden days where I would just have to go find a podcast or something done by the person if there was one. So nowadays we can just do this like that. And that's how you use NotebookLM to learn things. And this is why I share notebooks on new things. I create a notebook and I share it with you guys. So because you can create, and then because you're viewers, you should be able to create. I have you guys all here as viewers. You can blur this out from socials, but like, I think I have to look up the difference between being a viewer and being an editor. And I may give you, as long as you guys can ask it questions too, and just be like, what's going on, and get the information that I am giving. So I will ask more, and then I can just like save that to notes. Bam, and then that's there. So as this conversation moves on, you don't have to keep scrolling back to find it because I chose it. I put it there. And then I can ask for audio overviews of my questions, right? And give me, right, that's the audio overview here. Give me a briefing document. Now it'll just prepare that for me. You see what I'm saying? And just like that, I've got the briefing on this entire 300-page document being generated for me along with audio. So it just makes it easier for me to read the actual thing. And also too, because then when I have the key findings, look at that, bam, right there for me. Look at this. It's one dense thing. It's easier to read. But then this is something, you see what I'm saying, I can now use to review this. If I hear something, oh, this is something I want to hear about. 9.9 million jobs created, but only 1.6 displaced. Okay, but how? I can now go through this and try to find those words and like do a Control F search. Okay? So, anyways, there's that. I just wanted to you guys. So I say making content can be super easy because I just like that literally is content, me recording that, and then now we can take the text and turn that into a transcript. We can use that audio as a podcast. We can make videos. So we can open up our minds. We can just film content of us filming things, and we can take that content, what we made, like that notebook, can make a lot of content. As in just about that form, about the report. So there's so many ways we can use this, and but at the very least, use it as an educational device because there's a lot to learn. And the more we learn, the better we do. And then if you just want to make content, then you just get really in the habit of just doing what I just did. If all you want to do is make some content, just flip your camera, show your face once in a while if you want to, or not. That's intentional, the way I show my hands, so you guys can get that personal feeling, and in editing can blow these things up, right? But at least this was intentional to give you a little bit of personality, right? No? Anyways, bye.